It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Friday, the 2nd of October. I'm Michael Groff. At the risk of sounding like a broken record, here we go again. Dry conditions and temperatures to remain above average, pretty close to record territory, in fact, today and tomorrow. A gradual lowering of our afternoon highs will take place thereafter. But what about a real break from this heat? A big change in the weather pattern, maybe even some rain? Well, we'll see if we can find that as we dive in and talk about it. But first, yes, it's Friday. So that means it's Photo Friday here, where we take a look at some of the photos and videos that you guys have submitted. And this week, the one and only Michelle has the one and only submission. And here it is, the moon coming up on Wednesday night over Avondale Fiesta Park. And thanks to a lot less haze around, we've been able to see a little bit more of the night sky, or at least as much as we can here in Urbania. So if you have a photo or video that you'd like to submit here for Photo Friday, you can do so. groffshow@gmail.com. That's my email address. groffshow@gmail.com for Photo Friday. All right, let's get into it first. Yesterday afternoon, yet another record tied or broken here in Phoenix. 107 degrees the afternoon high. That ties the previous record from 1980. The morning low was 76. The normal high now down to 94. The normal low 71. Outside now here at 6:25 a.m. as we look out over the valley, the sun coming up, and we're sitting at 75 degrees at Sky Harbor. Dew points at 28, relative humidity 18%. The winds are calm and the barometer is rising. Temperatures across the area right now: 58 the cool spot at Fort McDowell, 61 Goldfield, 66 in Chandler, 68 in Gilbert, and a few spots around the valley out in Buckeye, Glendale, Peoria in the upper 60s. Otherwise, low and middle 70s around here. And while we're still stuck in summer out here in the west, check it out. Fall has arrived for the central and eastern parts of the country. It is below freezing up across parts of the Dakotas, Minnesota, Wisconsin, pretty close to freezing in other spots, as a long wave trough has brought down fall-like conditions there. But out here in the west, there's our sprawling ridge, and it will be the dominant feature for a while still. Here's the watch warning map, and yes, there's those frost and freeze advisories out across the central and northern plains. Meanwhile, out here in the west, how about excessive heat warnings and heat advisories for the west coast? And of course, still red flag warnings and high fire danger remains the big issue. Convective outlook for today: no organized severe weather across the country. And the tropics heating up here in the Atlantic Basin. We've got two waves of concern, one in the eastern Caribbean and one in the western Caribbean. Now, this westernmost wave, this is Invest 91L, and has a high chance of developing. And when it does, most of the models seem to track this across the Yucatan Peninsula. You can see here on the GFS ensemble. And then what happens after that? Well, it goes into the Bay of Campeche, and many of the ensemble members here just have this thing swirling around for the next 7 to 10 days, just sort of pirouetting out there for a while. And a couple of models try to bring it up to the Texas coast, one into South Alabama, a couple into central Mexico. But for the most part, this may just hang around and start to fizzle out ultimately out there. So we'll just have to see how this goes. But of course, something worth keeping an eye on. And when this does get a name, it will be called Gamma. All right, precipitation around here for the next 7 days, forget it. It's a blank map, nothing in the valley, nothing statewide, nothing region-wide. The dry, tranquil, persistent weather pattern hangs on, one that we will detail now as we go to modeling. Here we go, the GFS, the 06Z run, valid at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Big trough in the east and a trough out over the North Pacific, a ridge sandwiched between those in the west. And that's a blocking pattern. It's not changing much. So what you see is what you get. Down at the surface, sunny and hot. Highs this afternoon, 102 to 105. Tonight, clear skies, dry air, lows in the upper 60s in the cool spots, low to mid 70s in the urban core. Tomorrow, sunny, we'll shave a degree off the afternoon highs, 101 to 104, and we'll keep lowering our afternoon highs by maybe a degree each day. 100 to 103 Sunday, maybe an introduction of some high clouds in here on Monday as the ridge weakens just a bit further. But it will still be the dominant feature for us. Partly cloudy for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, with high temperatures mostly in the upper 90s to around 100, 101 or so. Here's Thursday, partly sunny skies continue. High temperatures might fall down another degree. We'll be pretty close to the century mark. It is possible we don't make it there, but the ridge is still in place and the air is dry, so I would suspect that high temperatures will be a little bit above guidance right now. And then a week from today, this is Friday, the 9th of October. Big trough now setting up along the west coast. A southwesterly flow developing here as high pressure moves off to the east. Partly sunny skies continue, and high temperatures might just be shy of the century mark, but will be pretty close still, and highs above average. And as we look out 10 days, this is Sunday, the 11th of October, big ridge in the east and a trough moving through the Intermountain West. And our ridge has been flattened out, a kind of a zonal flow or quasi-zonal flow in place here, so high temperatures down a little bit further. And yes, you can note there the tropical system. Yes, Gamma, still just swirling around according to the deterministic GFS out there over the western Gulf of Mexico. Will it be a tropical storm, a hurricane? Will it fizzle out? Still way too early to call, and certainly we're not going to call that 10 days out, but that's what this run of the GFS has right now. Okay, precipitation off the European ensemble. And there it is. 51 members, a handful of them show any measurable rain in here over the next couple of weeks, but the ensemble mean is still well under 1/10 of an inch. And temperatures off the GFS ensemble, you can see, yes, it's still hot for the next few days. The trend is down, and after about 7, 8, 9 days or so, we may finally be done with our 100-degree temperatures. I know, promises, promises. And that'll do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video back here on Monday morning. Of course, updates before that if necessary. If you enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell so that whenever a brand new video is posted, you'll get the notice. Your comments, questions, and suggestions always encouraged as well. I thank you so much for watching. You guys be safe, stay cool and hydrated out there. Watch yourselves and each other around the pool, and have yourselves a great Friday and a wonderful weekend.